Hi, it's Dorothy Guiney with Scrapbooking Quebec. Today I'm here for Mercy Tiara Kits, and I'm going to be creating a double page layout featuring the November 2024 release called Cheerful. This kit is gorgeous and full of beautiful Christmas themed product from Vicki Boutin, simple stories, American crafts, and more. Exceptionally, I did not do an unboxing video for this one, but I will link up 3 unboxing videos below because it's definitely worth a look. Here is my narrowed down selection. The pattern paper is from Vicki Boutin's Wrapped in Ribbons collection and Santa's Village from Simple Stories. The embellishments are from Vicki Boutin's Simple Stories and Mercy Tiara Kit exclusives. I will put links to the Mercy Tiara Kit shop, Facebook page, and Instagram below. I'm going to be using the main kit, embellishment add-on, and cardstock add-on. Here is my jumping off point. It's a Kristine Davidson sketch from Creative Scrappers. This one quickly takes its own direction. I was inspired by the vertical strips that you see on the foundation page. I loosely followed them, and then I went my own way. This is the November Sketch Challenge in the Mercy Tiara Kits Facebook group, and the winner gets a $25 gift certificate to the Mercy Tiara Kit shop, so that's super fun. You can use the sketch as is, you can use it as a starting off point like I did, or even create a single page layout. All is good. You can see I'm showing you I created a frame style foundation page with 6 sheets of paper. I gutted 2 of them. I gutted 4 of them, and there's a tutorial on my channel where I explain how to do that, so that's going to be listed and linked below. I'm showing you the scraps that I gutted from behind the foundation page. I don't have much of the green left. That's because I die cut some of it, and I also matted 8 photos with it. So I definitely use the paper that I gutted from behind the foundation page. I have that striped paper that's from Vicki Boutin as well, and the red papers from Simple Stories. It was in the cardstock add-on. So here are my embellishments quickly. I'm showing you that I have some fussy cut holly leaves. I used one of the papers from the main kit from Vicki Boutin. I also have some die cut branches there. I'm going to show you the photos because I actually used the mats of the photos that were covered up by the photos, and I die cut them. So I didn't waste any paper. I have some ephemera from Vicki Boutin. I have some other bits and bobs. I'm showing you I have some alphas, some foam titles, both from Vicki Boutin, and I'm going to look at all of that with you more closely later in the process. What I want to do right now is cut some strips of paper to continue creating my foundation page. So with this red paper from Simple Stories, I'm cutting 3 strips in different widths. I have a strip of that striped paper, and now what I'm going to do is just take my pencil and I'm going to mark where I want to cut it. I want those strips to fit right on top of that white cardstock. I don't make you watch all of it, but basically I trimmed them all down, added a bit of ink to all of the edges. The ink I'm using is Morning Mist by Versafine Claire. And now what I'm going to do is place them on the page and show you how I'm going to move forward with this. So on the left-hand page, I'm going to be putting 3 strips, and on the right-hand page, I have a wider one. Again, I am loosely following the sketch here. Now I'm going to adhere these strips of paper, and I'm not even overlapping. I'm bumping them right up beside each other. So the measurements on the screen are the actual real measurements that I'm using. Now what I'm going to do is get out the photos and show you how I plan to place this. So on the left page, I'm going to have 2 larger photos, and I'm going to have the supporting photos, 6 wallet size photos over on the right. So I'm going to start adhering right away, and what I'm looking for on the right-hand page, I'm basically forming a grid, but I want to make sure that the margin at the top is identical to the margin at the bottom, identical in size. So I adhere the top row, and then I'm going to jump right to the bottom row, and then what I will do is position the middle photo just in between. I kind of eyeball it, but that way I'm ensured that the margin at the top is identical to the margin at the bottom. I continued that off camera. I adhered all the photos except one because I plan to add some embellishing coming out of it. I'm showing you that I did my journaling off camera. I basically wrote my cookie recipe on that strip of paper. I'm showing you that I placed my title on wax paper, Christmas Treats 2023. Those are from the Vicki Boutin Alpha Pack that was in the main kit. I also have these titles here. I don't end up using them. This is my first time digging into this Cheerful kit, and I have so much material. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm showing you my die cut bows there. So that is from a die set from Stampin' Up, an old one called Beautiful Bows dies. I also have those fussy cut hollies I showed you earlier. This ephemera pack is from Vicki Boutin. It was in the embellishment add-on. So I'm showing you that I kind of narrowed down my selection. I knew that there was one piece that I really wanted to use, and the other ones I thought I may want to use them. I'm showing you as well, I have some self-adhesive brads, some twine, as well as some sequins, and I end up using all three of those. So you can see I have a little square of that striped paper. I'm going to want to put that on top of that white strip of paper. I'm going to turn this into a tag, and my idea is to have a little hint of that striped paper as a tag topper. Now I'm going to be using a tag punch, a really old tag punch from Stampin' Up, and in a moment I'll show you how to make your own tag if you don't have this. I'm having a little trouble with positioning here, so I end up turning off my camera and doing it, and at this point I'm not really happy with my tag topper. You're going to see in a few moments I actually tweak that. Now I just want to show you how you can make a tag if you don't have a punch. You can see I have basically a rectangle of paper. I kind of fold it over without creasing it, take my scissors, snip the corners. That gives me two identical angles, and after that all you have to do is punch a hole in the middle and you have a nice little tag. Anyway, what I want to do right now is adhere my tag, my journaling tag, and my title. Now before adhering the tag, it's a little bit too long, so you saw I took a pencil, just marked where I want to cut it, and now I'm trimming it down. I want there to be a little bit of a space towards the top because I do plan to put some embellishing around the top of that tag. So what I'm going to do right now is just adhere this down off camera. I actually tweaked the top of that tag, so I just made it a little bit shorter, and I'm happy with that. So I'm adhering the tag, trying to position it in the middle of that red border there, and then I'm going to jump to the other side, and then that's where I'm going to do my title. So the title, these are foam alphas, kind of wonky letters. I absolutely love them, and if you look at them closely, they're black, kind of a matte finish with little gold dots. Super, super cute. So I continued that off camera. I didn't adhere the date quite yet. I'm going to be placing that on the right-hand page, but I'm not certain where I'm going to be placing it at this point. Now the one ephemera piece that I knew I really wanted was that little journal page that says family favorite, because these really are our favorite chocolate chip cookies. Now I'm looking for some other bigger pieces. I end up pulling a tag again from that Vicki Boutin ephemera pack. I tuck it towards the top. My idea is to have kind of an embellishment cluster at the top of that photo and underneath that photo. Now I'm coming in with those die cut branches, and I'm going to tuck one at the top, or I already did actually. I'm tucking one at the bottom, and then what I will do is tuck a smaller one just above that tag on the right hand page. Now I'm going to come in with those holly leaves as well. So basically when I'm building these embellishment clusters, I'm starting with the bigger stuff, and then I gradually get smaller and smaller. I'm a little tongue-tied. This is actually the first video I've created in a month. I had one a few days ago, but that was pre-recorded, so please bear with me here. Anyway, you can see me tucking in those holly leaves, and I'm trying to decide if I want the berries to show or not. I end up tucking the berries so you actually don't see them. And I like everything here now. And now I am going to want to add some finishing touches, but at this point, I just want to adhere what I have decided upon. The adhesive you see me using for those detailed branches is called Sticky Specs by Ecstasy Crafts. Basically, it's for detailed die cut pieces. You place it on kind of a waxy, sticky paper and it picks up the adhesive. It is effective, but it's very, very messy, so you got to be very careful with your hands. So I adhered that branch at the top, I adhered that journal page behind my photo, then I tucked the tag in. Now I'm coming in with a branch towards the bottom and tucking in those holly leaves. I'm adding a few more little branches around the cluster at the top there, and I'm happy with that. And now what I'm going to do is move over to the other page. Now at this point I decide I am going to put the year underneath that tag, or I should say at the bottom of that tag. I was contemplating putting it on the bottom right photo, but in the end I decided to go on the tag. And I have some of those embellishments kind of sticking out from behind the tag at the top. I'm not really happy with that at this point. I do end up switching that up a bit a little later on. Now I'm coming in with some finishing touches. So I'm looking at some more ephemera pieces. I pull out a tag and I'm tucking it underneath the photo. Really what I'm trying to do is just add a bit more craft color, because if you look at the foundation page, there's the craft frame, and then I ended up putting some tags and that journaling card above the photo, so that added a bit more craft, and then I added another craft tag at the bottom. So that kind of satisfied my craft needs. Now what I'm trying to do is top off my tag. So there's a little hole in that journaling page that says family favorites. So I added this twine that was in, I think it was in the main kit. It's red and white, super, super nice. And now I'm coming in with those self-adhesive brads, and I end up using 3 of those, topping the 3 tags with self-adhesive brads. I'm just trying to decide which one I want. I decide to go with that really cute reindeer for my journaling tag there. I'm fussing with my branches and those holly leaves, trying to make it so that I like it over there. And I think it's off camera that I actually tweak it a bit. You might notice that in the photos at the very end. Now I'm looking at sequins. I also end up finding this little label that says snapshots, and basically here's my finished layout. So off camera I added the black label that read snapshots right on top of the right page, and I topped it with 2 peppermints that were in the Mercy Tiara Kits exclusive sequin mix. I also added some more sequins, sprinkling white and gold stars in 3 areas. That sequin mix is actually more like an embellishment pack than sequins. It is absolutely adorable. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed this process. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, Scrapbooking Quebec, I would be honored and thrilled if you did. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very, very much. Make sure you check out the Mercy Tiara Kit shop and all the other links that are listed below. Take care, and I will see you soon on YouTube. Bye-bye.